Are you just one of, or are you the one?
You are a failure. And if you're not, you ought to want to be. I'm your host, Eric Brown, and with me, Mr. Mike Jones.
How you doing, Mr. Brown?
Oh, man, I'm on the cross streets between phenomenal and boom diggity. What about you, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I just want you to know I'm a failure.
Oh, hell yeah. Fail fast, fail forward. Let's go!
Yeah. So, this episode, I really want you to listen with the intent to be influenced, because I can promise you that this is absolutely going to touch you as it relates to where you've been and what's available for you as it relates to where you're going. Now, what I have observed in the many years that I've been doing this work is that there are a tremendous amount of people that are walking through their life as if they were walking on eggshells. They have certain fears. They've been paralyzed by past failures, and they are now tiptoeing their way through life because they are so afraid of stepping into something that's going to create another failure for them.
Yeah, but Mike, the most effective leaders on this planet are willing to do things that others are not willing to do. Therefore, failure has to be an option, right?
And I absolutely agree with that, Eric. And what I have noticed myself as well is that people that are willing to do what others are unwilling to do are those that are going for the sweetest fruit that's available to them. And when we talk about sweet fruit, we like to refer to Mr. Will Rogers, who said that the sweetest fruit available to you, available to me in my life, is out on those skinny branches, which means that it requires me to take a risk to go get the things that I really, really, really want that is outside of my comfort zone. Being down at the bottom there, picking that low-hanging fruit, staying comfortable, playing safe, playing not to lose is what most people are doing. And quite often, Eric, they are doing that because of the fears that they have about taking risks and about getting out of their comfort zone and going for what they really want.
So, Mike, what coaching would you give for people to acknowledge the fear and take that first step regardless of what they're fearful about?
Well, the one thing I have to say, and y'all have heard us, if you have listened to past podcasts, we talk a lot about understanding that if you are going to truly play to win, if you are truly going to get in the game, you first of all need to understand that this life living on the edge is not a spectator sport. This is where you must be engaged, where you must be willing to go for the things that you want. Understanding that if you choose to play at this level, failure must be an option. How many times have you heard us say that? But not everybody embraces that because they are so risk averse. If as long as you are risk averse, you are going to miss out on the absolute best that life has to offer you. So you've got to be willing to take the risk, understanding that if you're risking nothing, you're risking everything. So have the courage to get out of that comfort zone and go for what you want.
So it won't matter what the end result is. What will truly matter is how you're playing the game, failing and moving forward towards that outcome.
Absolutely. And you got to know this. When you fail, it absolutely has some positive consequences. It allows you to build that perseverance muscle. When you make the choice to get up, dust yourself off, and get back into the game, that muscle gets stronger and stronger and stronger. You will never know the truth about your ability or your desire to be someone who perseveres through challenges until you have experienced some challenges. So I'm encouraging you to get out of that comfort zone. Understand that you're gonna fall flat on your butt at times. So what? Get up, dust yourself off, get back into the game, and absolutely build that perseverance muscle.
So, Mike, what would you say to our listeners out there, though, that are afraid or scared of failure?
Because I would say that it's okay to have that fear. But what I'm encouraging you to do is to acknowledge that fear. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Having true courage is not absent of fear. True courage is acknowledging the fear and absolutely making the choice to go for the things that you want in your life, no matter what those fears are. Recognizing that in doing so, you may fall down. That's got to be okay. It's got to be something that you embrace, because when you do, that's when you know the truth about you as it relates to how you respond or react to the moment that you fall down.
Got it. So if you're allowing the fear to prevent you from moving forward to what you want, you're simply existing, just waiting to die.
Absolutely. This is not a spectator sport, y'all. If you're just existing, you are sitting on the sidelines watching the game. You have got to engage in this game. In doing so, you are going to be taking a risk. The risk is not risking failure, though, y'all. My perspective is that the risk is risking greater success, because when you are focused on what you want, you have the courage to move forward. There is always the possibility that you're going to increase your capacity. So knowing this, focus on what the potential of success is rather than the potential of failure.
So you heard it here first on the edge, y'all. If you're not taking a risk and failing from time to time, then you're not risking greater success.
That's right. And if you are not taking that risk of getting out on that edge, hey baby, you're taking up far too much room.
Here we go now.